Want to see something awesome? Haircut! Anyway, last Saturday I went to an Arctic Monkeys show. To give you a synopsis, it was mind-blowing. For those of you who are keeping count, so far it's Blink, Blink, and Arctic Monkeys. So far, so awesome. Which probably means my next show I'm going to see is Kesha. Because you can't have 4 awesome in a row. It's just, no. The show was incredible. I want to give the play-by-play, as is my way, of what went down. And the person I went with is a huge Arctic Monkeys fan, so learning that I hadn't really heard enough of their music, I guess, she just decided to make me 2 playlists, which I kind of immersed myself in a few days prior to the concert. I was just there looking like Neo in front of the computer, just, I know Arctic Monkeys. And it's a few side effects of this that I'm realizing now. It's still playing in my head. So every morning I wake up, I'm still rolling over in bed and just, brick by brick, ooh. When I get there, I'm semi-versed in Arctic Monkeys, but a few of the songs I'd gotten to love in just those 2 to 3 days or whatever, so I'm just itching, like, yeah, I hope they play those songs. If they don't, I'm gonna be lost. But we get there 4 hours early. They were playing at Revolution in Fort Lauderdale. Once the doors opened, everybody crammed inside. In the end, her and I were in the 3rd row of people, which was good. People still piling in, and it's getting tighter than an army sergeant's ass. It was just, This was my first indoor show, so I had no idea how it really would be like. While we're waiting there for the opening band to start playing, we start feeling the pressure. Within a few minutes, I start being kind of slightly moved, and you don't notice that it's really happening until you're kind of just like, oh, okay, all right, this is getting tight. Oh, boob on my arm. All right, not bad. Nuts on my hand. Bad. I did get into an interesting spot. I've always heard of underwear being thrown on the stage, but I've never seen a glimpse of the people who actually do it, and in this case, the girl was right next to me. One of those bra throwers was right next to me, and it's actually a really weird process. It's not as spontaneous as you may think. I thought it was always just like, I love you! Woo! Just like bra flying off, boobies in the air, and that's it. But it's nothing like that. There's actually a lot more planning that goes into it. There she was, just folding up her bra, and she patiently waited until the concert began, and just quietly launched it. My deed is done. And at this moment, I also realized that I'm standing behind 2 moms. The only 2 parents that I could see in the entire place, and they were just standing both right here. That did kind of freak me out because it felt like eventually I would have to dry hump 2 parents against my will. And aside from that, also there was some guy. He had the need to whistle. He was in the back somewhere, but just kept on just whistling the entire. It was one of those whistles that usually you'd be like, damn, that guy can whistle. But after 36 whistles, it starts to get just a little bit annoying. Just. I can't recreate the sound he was making, but it was one of those. Eventually the show's about to start, so I turned to my friend, and she looks at me and tells me how they better open with Pretty Visitors. And I made a bet that they would open with any other song, which, you know, would kind of up my chances of winning. They opened with Pretty Visitors. This is why I think me going to casinos would be a bad idea. Eventually Alex Turner came out all James Dean looking. This is where apparently the crowd all turned to each other and said, "Kill the guy in the Bruce Lee shirt!" It just began moving like an ocean of bodies. It was just slowly, like, people just kind of going, bodies pushing really heavily but really slowly from either side. And then finally, a big wave of people. 2 girls that couldn't be more than 11 or 12 were standing right behind me. So I'm just like, and they're gonna die. And at this moment, it becomes apparent that the 2 moms in front of me had no idea what they were getting into. One freaked out. Not like, I don't like this, I'm leaving. No, she flipped. The crowd starts moving, things are going crazy, she turns around, I'm getting the hell out of here! She just left, she just split the sea of people like raging Moses. The other mom, I actually didn't end up seeing her again.